Welcome back. 3 people are dead after a violent incident on the border between Greater Pibor administrative area and Jonglei state. But officials on each side are telling two very different stories about what actually happened. Well, according to Greater Pibor Information Minister, Mr. Jacob Wershum Jok, he stated that a large group of armament riding roughly 50 motorcycles crossed over from Bor County on Monday afternoon and opened fire on civilians along the Gul Kocha Road in Manyabul Payam. 3 people were killed before the attackers fled back across the border. But Bor County Commissioner Samuel Atenpech tell a different story. He say 6 hunter from Bor traveling on 3 motorbike went missing after apparently running into a group of Murle hunters from the Pibor side. He said the men have been found, but their motorcycles or motorbike were recovered and taken to Pibor. Neither account has been independently confirmed. Well, this isn't an isolated flashpoint. The Pibor-Jonglei border has seen repeated violence tied to cattle raid, revenge attack, and long-running tension between communities. Officials on both sides say they are now calling for cooperation to figure out what actually happened and to keep this from escalating further. Well, we'll keep tracking this story as more detail it comes in. Well, in our next report, we'll focus on a case in Juba that is raising real question about how justice actually works here. Why the Ray case went to trial without the victim testifying. Here is something a lot of people don't realize in South Sudan. Even if a victim forgives the person who hurt them or accept compensation, that does not automatically end a criminal case. And a recent case in Juba show exactly why. Back in May, a video went viral showing a police officer, Captain Richard Raycole, beating a civilian with a stick in Juba Cinema residential area. The footage sparked public outrage and called for accountability. Ray didn't deny the assault. He said he lost his temper after being insulted and after his vehicle was damaged. But prosecutors argued that force he used went far beyond what the situation called for. On July 23rd, the joint special court found him guilty, sentencing him to 6 months in prison. Backdated to when he was first detained in May, he was convicted under the Police Service Act for unlawful use of force along with misconduct and neglect of duty. So, why did this go to full trial instead of quietly getting settled? According to Police Major Amil Kamis Mayen, South Sudan justice system to draw a hard line between 2 types of right. The first one is private right. Personal harm to a victim like injury or damage which can be settled through forgiveness or compensation. Second, public right. Offenses against society itself, especially when committed by someone in a position of authority, which the state has a duty to prosecute no matter what the victim decides. In Mayan's word, the public side of a case cannot be negotiated, withdraw or waive it because it doesn't belong to the victim. It belongs to the public. The court ruling didn't include compensation for the victim injuries. That is still an open door under Article 48 of the Criminal Procedure Code. The victim can file a separate civil claim backed by medical evidence to pursue that compensation on his own. Well, bottom line, forgiveness between two people and the state duty to enforce the law are two separate things, and this case is a clear example of where those two paths split. Well, thank you for watching. That is our top report today.